What is good, people? Welcome to another episode of RNS. It has been a minute, but we are back. This Negro is back from the LA, bro. What are you telling me?
Yeah, man, I'm good. This first podcast since I've been back from America. Come back with silverware, come back with a chip. My boys did it in the States. And yeah, it was a sick trip, obviously covering Club World Cup for the Zone, specifically covering Chelsea. And I thought I'd be there until maybe round 16, maybe quarterfinal. Then it starts to open up a little bit. You say, what? Like, Fluminense?
Bro, I'll never forget, when you were telling me. I remember you were supposed to, who was it against? It wasn't Fluminense, but you were supposed to go up against someone.
It was supposed to be Bayern.
Bayern, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Bayern. I remember being on the phone to you, but I was like, oh yeah, but you man will get Bayern, you'll probably lose.
And then it was Benfica.
And then there's Benfica. And I'm like, wait, no. I'm looking at you, I'm like, that man are going to do it. Like, that man are going to do it.
When I opened up, so just a quick one for people who weren't following the Club World Cup, because I know over here it weren't as popping, but obviously when you're in the eye of the storm, you feel like it's the most important thing ever. But the draw opened up for Chelsea. They lost their second group game against Flamengo, and it meant that Chelsea weren't going to top their group. But as a result of that, and as a result of Bayern finishing... When did Bayern finish in their group? First or second? We avoided playing Bayern and we played Benfica in the round of 16. Then in the quarterfinals, it was Palmeiras. Obviously, Esteval William playing for that team. Scored a goal against Chelsea, but win that game. Semi-finals against Fluminense, obviously Thiago Silva's team. And then the final was against PSG. And we all saw what my boys did. Everyone was telling me, this is a team they've beaten Real Madrid. And they've beaten Bayern Munich. And they beat Aston Villa in the Champions League. And Liverpool in the Champions League. And Man City in the Champions League. And turned over Inter Milan in the Champions League. I said, oh, they must be good. They must be all right, Tony. PSG must be one of the better teams in the world.
They must be.
3-0 first half, done, pass the pad. Like, we are the best team in the world. And like, again, I'm being facetious and I'm maybe engaging in hyperbole, but what that tournament gave me was a sense of like, okay, cool. You remember seeing what the best team in the world looked like when Chelsea were in the heyday under Abramovich. And I'm not saying this team is that right now, but I'm starting to see semblances of, okay, you can get over the line. You found a way to win that game. You found a way to win that game. And I've used the stat so many times, but Chelsea won 14 out of the last 16 games in all competitions. The only games they lost, Newcastle away in the league, Nicholas Jackson red card. Flamengo in the Club World Cup, Nicholas Jackson red card. When Chelsea keep 11 men on the pitch, we win games. One of the most informed teams in the world right now. And I implore all Chelsea fans to walk your chest out and your chin up, because they told us welcome to death row. They told us you're finito. They said that Thomas Tuchel's going to have to drive the bus. They said Aspilicueta might have to pay for the kit sponsor. They tried to take us out of there. The UK government said no more. Said no more. And I started to believe it. I said, yeah, 12th. Chelsea 12th. I started to believe it, Tony. And then, you know, when it's darkness and then the clouds start to clear and you see like a ray of sunlight, and then I'm seeing, Chelsea have signed Cole Palmer for 40 mil. I'm like, that's a strange one. Cole Palmer. What this nigga's done for my life, Tony. What he's done for my franchise is it's not comparable to Cantona at Man United, because what you went on to do after you signed Cantona has never been done. Like, I need to chill on that one. But what he's done for my franchise in terms of turning us around, it cannot be underestimated. We finished 12th the year that he signed. We finished 12th and then he joined the summer after. Gone from 6th to 4th and won the Club World Cup and Conference League. Yeah, it's safe to say I'm happy to be back.
Good. No, I'm enjoying it.
Get off my chest.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. And obviously, like, you spoke to Cole Palmer. And what did he tell you coming up to this season? Because he said it on The Zone, but what was he like? And obviously, that's your goat. That's your nigga now, apparently. As you said, like, you man, our boys, like.
That's right, yeah. So we went walking through Central Park, did like a walk and talk interview. And then, like, obviously, it's Cole Palmer. Everyone knows what he's like in interviews, pretty subdued, whatever. But he gave me some decent answers. But the one that I took away from it, and this is the reason why, like, I'm just waiting to see what he does this season, because he talked about this awful patch last season. We all remember that goal drought that was crazy. Still managed to get 15 league goals. And he talked about that patch being awful. And I said, yeah, but you still got double figures in the league. Like, you've got 37 goals in your first 2 seasons at the club in terms of league goals. He said, yeah, but I want to score 20 league goals every year minimum. And I said, really? That must mean you think you're the best player in the world. And that's what I think he's at. That's where I think he's at mentally at the moment. Whether he achieves it remains to be seen. It's very hard to do that in the Premier League. ISAK's done it for 2 seasons in a row. He's got it for 150 mil.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Like,
bro.
to score 20 Premier League goals is actually not easy.
It's not easy.
Michael Owen never did it. And
Van Persie's done it, what, twice?
Twice. Van Persie's done it twice. He's considered one of the greatest strikers in Premier League history.
Yeah,
it's
crazy,
not easy
it's
to
not
do.
easy, yeah.
But when he said that to me, I said, okay, cool. So let's see. But for this upcoming season, safe to say, as a Chelsea fan, speaking for all other Chelsea fans, yeah, we're very, very optimistic.
Well, this is the thing. So I kind of agree with you, and I totally get why Chelsea should be optimistic, because you are club world champions. And not only not only did you have an easy run in, but you beat everyone's favourite team in PSG in the final. And you didn't just beat them with like a Mourinho, Chelsea-esque. You thumped them 3-0 quite easily.
Past the pad.
Exactly. So this is the thing. I want to come up to this upcoming Premier League season. We've still got a few weeks to go. Well, not less than a week to go. It's next Friday.
A week tomorrow, yeah.
A week tomorrow. So next Friday it starts. And I think this is the most open Premier League season I think it's ever going to be. And it reminds me of, I think the NBA, the Premier League is getting what NBA fans feel for the first time ever. Do you know where like the West is so open where you think anyone can win it? And everyone has built these super teams and everyone's got these free combinations together.
That's a good point.
And like now you're thinking, because brother, if you told me that Chelsea are going to win the league, I'm going to be like, nah. But then I think to it, look at who Chelsea signed. They're the world champions. Why should they not think they can go for the league? That's one. Then we go on to Liverpool. Liverpool have gone on with the league. They're having the craziest transfer window. They're probably going to go get ISAK.
We'll come back to Liverpool in a bit because we had a conversation with DJ Spoonie at a wedding.
Exactly. So this is the thing with Liverpool. That's another person who's thinking, yeah, we should win the title. Now you've got Arsenal. Arsenal, where they've been so close. We need a striker. You've got that striker now. All you man are doing this and whatever now. So you now got that striker. So now there's no more excuses. No, but listen, that's them. Let them have it. They should be going for the title now.
That's mature of you. Mature of you. I take back saying weirdos. That's mature of you.
What?
Let them have it. Because the thing is, who am I to shit on your joy? Do you know what I mean? Just because Man United fans are doing that. Like, why can't I do that? Why can't I do that?
Yeah, exactly. Why can't I do that? And I don't care about Arsenal like that. Do you know what I mean? I honestly don't. So you've got Arsenal. Then you've got City. You've still got Pep Guardiola. They've still got one of the best squads in the league. If City just flick a switch and become good again, no one's going to bat an eyelid. So that's 4 teams already, right? That can easily go for the title. Then you've got tax people like us, like Man United fans. No. I'm not saying we can go for the title.
But make the case.
But this is the case right now. So I think it's genuinely open for 4. And then if you look at the bookies have Man United 5th. And I'm not going to make the case for Man United because we're not there yet, and I'll make the case later. But this is crazy for the Premier League. We've never had a 4-horse race in a minute. And I'm excited. I'm excited because Man United don't have a horse in the race. And while you man, do you remember the Mourinho quote? The little horses. I think we're little horses. I don't even know what horse we are yet, but I think we're little horses. So I'm not going to include us yet. But
you're the horse in the womb, bro. Yeah.
No, listen, I'm not including Man United
glint
yet.
in Papa Horse's eye, bro. You ain't been conceived yet.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know what's going to happen with this Man United team, but I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, and I'll make the case of United later. But as I said, this is the first time I've ever compared the Premier League season to an NBA season where I'm like, anyone can win it's like the West. Anyone can win the West this year. I mean, we haven't said that in the Premier League for how long? It's normally City, Liverpool, or City, Arsenal, or City, Arsenal, or it's always going to be City. This is the first time where you can make a good, solid case for at least 4 teams.
Do you know what I'm going to say? And I actually think the NBA comparison is sick because it is like that. It's like people built their teams, and in theory, you can say it's a Brooklyn fan, right? When you had Harden, Kyrie, KD.
Why shouldn't we win the thing?
In theory, why shouldn't you win the title?
Why couldn't you tell Grizzlies fans in 2016 why they couldn't win the West? We were like, I got Tony Allen, I got Zebo. Like, I couldn't.
I could.
Do you know what I mean?
Go a little run and
why
win
would you tell the Hawks in 2016 as well? Like, we're the best team in the race.
Yeah, we built it.
Do you know? Everyone's building something where they think they can go for one thing. It's crazy. Like, this is the first time the Premier League has acted like a Larry O'Brien, like a Lombardi. It's crazy.
Do you know what it is? It's because it's just transfer window, and I was going through it earlier. I was jumped on the show on TalkSport, and it was like last summer the transfer window was dead for all the teams that finished in the top 4 last season. Their summer objectively was dead. Liverpool brought in Mamardashvili, who they sent back out on loan, and Chiesa, who they're about to sell this summer. Man City's 2 signings, Gundogan and Savinho. Did that improve your starting 11? You look at Arsenal, Sterling, Marino, Calafiori, who lost his place in the team to an 18-year-old, like dead summer. So this year,
do you think it was because of the Euros?
Maybe the Euros, and maybe
and life just got worse after the Euros. No, joking.
Yeah, so like, and I think also, I don't know, I'm not an accountant. I hate the fact the football now is like, you have to be an accountant, you have to understand finances to really talk about transfers.
I'm talking about balance sheets and
I'm talking about market opportunities.
But back in the day, it was transfer budget and wage budget. And that was it. And I used to use an analog stick. I moved that thing across if I need it, and I moved that thing across. That was it.
Man, that was it. But I think last season the teams were maybe a little bit more constrained financially. But this year, I think the NBA analogy is sick. But do you know who Liverpool are? To get onto these teams that are challenging for the title. Liverpool are OKC coming into this next season. I understand all of it, right? I understand everybody's made signings. Arsenal signed GYOKERES, Chelsea signed this player, City made some good signings as well. But you are the champions. You were clearly the best team in the league by quite a bit. And unlike OKC, who haven't made any moves yet, Liverpool have gone and had a generational transfer window. And what we've done with
Which is about to get even better if they do go on to sign Alexander
Isak. If they sign Alexander Isak. Without Isak, this is a generational transfer window. With Isak, we've never seen anything like this in the Premier League, anywhere in the world even. And what Liverpool have had the benefit of, and again, I don't begrudge them, is that they were in the era of Man City. So when Liverpool get to the final day of the season and not win the league, which is, again, if another team did that, you get called bottlers. With Liverpool, we said, oh yeah, but that Man City team are really good. That Man City team...
I think you get called bottlers if you're ahead of Man City and you throw it away.
Okay, I understand that. And... I get that to an extent because that's what Arsenal have done. But Liverpool were JJ with Man City, and I think it was a game, I can't remember, at the Etihad Anfield. No, Liverpool in the 18-19 season, they drew against Spurs rather than beating Spurs, and where Man City just 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1.
Yes, yeah.
And so that's not bottling it. That's just dropping points in the big game. But for the first time, we're taking our kid gloves off and we're talking about Liverpool. We're talking about it like you are the big boys. Before it was like you're chasing Man City. Oh, it's a cute Klopp story. Oh, it's the underdogs versus Klopp even came out.
We can't compete financially.
We can't compete financially. You're certainly competing right now. Whether your money's in crypto or whatever, you're certainly competing right now. So like, let's see what they do when literally they are the prohibitive favourites. Like they are the clear favourites and they're only getting better because. It's been very nice to discourse about Liverpool, but if they don't win the league next season, I think they deserve to get the flack that other teams like Man United or Arsenal would get.
And let me tell you for free, as a Man United fan, now this is me going to put my Man United hat on. If Liverpool do not win the league next season, I will be there. And the reason I will be there, is because, now, listen, they've got more Champions Leagues than us, I'll be real. They've got the same amount of English divisions as us. They haven't got the same amount of Premier Leagues, but 2020, right? So if they do go on to win the league and they have the generational transfer window, it will suck, but come on, we can't compete yet. But if they do not, because boy, it's not, anyone can win the league. I've seen Blackburn do it. It's retaining the league. That's what makes you different. And Liverpool, your 2 Premier Leagues in 30 years is cute. Like, some Liverpool fans are scared, and this is why we're going to get onto people like DJ Spoonie. I know, like, the set was hard, my guy.
Oh, the set was hard.
The set was hard. We loved it. But I think there's low-key Liverpool fans that are scared. And I think Liverpool fans are scared because they've never retained a Premier League title before. If I was a Liverpool fan, okay, no. I can't say that. If Man United were doing what Liverpool have done right now, and we had this generational transfer window, there's not one thought in my mind to thinking that we're not going to retain the league.
Or being able to make it logical for you to say, it's okay if we don't.
It's okay if we don't.
That's when we were referencing DJ Spoonie about Leanne Sanderson, big up Leanne.
Big up Leanne.
We worked with her at Talk Sport. It was her wedding. Congratulations. And DJ Spoonie is one of her close friends, and he was there, big Liverpool fan, also a football presenter, works for PLP. And he was the one who brought up the fact that, like, no, we don't need to... He was talking about Slot originally. He said that, the reason why there's no pressure on Slot is because he won the league in his first season. So this season, like, if they don't win it, it's not a big deal.
There's immense pressure on Slot,
There's a huge amount of pressure.
Because now we got film on you, my nigga. Now we got film on that bald head, bro. And I promise you, if Liverpool don't win this league after spending... When have Liverpool ever spent over 100 mil, let alone 400-something mil, bro, with this ISAK thing? This is what Man United... You're trying to do what Man United are doing, right? And let's see if you can do it. Because it's not easy. And there's some Liverpool... And I totally get it, because at the end of the day, there are Liverpool... Like, I'm not 30, innit? I'm not 30 yet. And you've only been 30 for 2 years. Yeah. So if you're a Liverpool fan, you've probably only witnessed 2 league titles. So I get it. There's a lot of Liverpool fans who have never gone back to back before. They've never retained it. Yeah. So they don't know this is uncharted territory for them. And I get they don't know how to act. It's their first bad beat. They don't know how to, their first bad transfer window. They don't know how to act. So I get it. But at the same time, it's like, you can't come like that, bro.
No, you can't.
You can't. You man you were so much better than everyone else last season. You've now got stupidly better. What makes you think you're not going to win the league again?
What makes you think it's okay if you don't win the league? Bro, I compare it, and it's a very different situation. But remember Conte's first season at Chelsea, and it was like a year, obviously Chelsea won the league that year, but it was a year where everyone was kind of shit. It was Pep's first year. Obviously Leicester coming in as defending champions. No one's on it, and we run away and win it, right? But no one had tape on the 3-4-3. No one had tape on it. And we forgot that, Costa's world class, Hazard's world class. I was Chelsea got some world class players. That's what happened with Liverpool. It was like, okay, no one's got tape on this ball guy guy from Holland. Oh, Salah's still world class. Trent's still world class. Van Dijk's still the best in the world.
Alisson's still there. You know what I mean?
Still there. Oh, they're actually really good, and everyone else is terrible. Everyone else has got worse. And so, yeah, you won it. And I think that might be retribution for the amount of times you got to 97 points, you didn't win it. Whatever. Cool. You got your second one. Go and get a third. Go and get a fourth. Because what is opening right now for Liverpool is that how Man United capitalised on their dynasty building at the start of the Premier League. You boomed at the right time. You invested in the stocks at the right time. Liverpool have an opportunity here to not only be the kind of heritage team of England, but be the team of England. Be the team still in their old stadium, the historic stadium, still got all their European heritage, but go and retain it and go and add more European cups. Because there's an opportunity for you to become commercially a juggernaut, because people are now watching. Bro, Tom Brady owns a team in the Championship. Yeah, football is now becoming that sport where it's like, oh, these Americans.
It's becoming a product. I think the Premier League is finally becoming a better.
Part of Liverpool. LeBron is part of Liverpool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like it's a product, and it's an attractive product. And if Liverpool can boom right now, roll off 3 Premier League titles, it's like, oh, they're the Premier League team. Go and do it.
But this is the thing.
Don't run.
The Premier League's not allowing it. And the Premier League's not allowing it because everyone else are cooking something in the meantime. It's weird. Yeah. And I enjoy
we need
it.
David Stern, because the ISAK can't happen.
Well, so this is what I'm saying, Kweku. This is Richard Chancellor, my guy. Like, if you're still the CEO of the Premier League, just press the little button. For those that don't know, it was 2006, I want to say, the Kobe trade, right? Well, the Chris Paul trade. The Chris Paul trade. Was 2006? Probably. But basically,
2008.
The Hornets were about to trade Chris Paul to the Lakers, and this at the time, Chris Paul was regarded as one of the best, if not the best, point guard in the league.
Yeah,
adding him to the likes of Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, like that, it was just a bit unfair, right? It was cash money, and it was unfair, like a small historic franchise like the Hornets at the time, or was it? No, it was the Bobcats.
Yeah,
but down the Hornets, but the Bobcats at the time, and they were just, David Stern was just like, I can't let this happen. It's just not going to look good for the product. It's going to become a bit unfair. Like, you can't do that to United. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like ISAK could happen. And I feel like it's going to happen. I don't feel like it should.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to happen, bro. My man's going. Yeah, Darwin Núñez is going to Al Hilal.
Yeah, okay.
They can do it.
So there's so many moving chips in this. We'll come back to Liverpool, but the Liverpool thing, in terms of ISAK there, was contingent on Newcastle finding a replacement. Newcastle's potential replacements, one of them played for Chelsea, one of them's going to United, one of them plays for Arsenal, they can't get nobody through the door. And the latest one to spurn them is your man, Benjamin Sesko, who looks like he's on his way to Manchester United. And he's a player that I really like him. And this is maybe getting onto United chat. He's a player that I think we both said it. He's more like ISAK when ISAK left Sociedad than Højlund when Højlund left Atlanta to join Manchester United.
Yeah.
People want to tarnish this Benjamin Sesko transfer as Man United are just buying untapped potential again, just going to waste money, whatever. And I think that people have got that completely wrong. Because I get you burnt by Rasmus Højlund, but you said it to me all the time. Rasmus Højlund had a purple patch at Atlanta, and you signed it for 70-odd mil.
Yeah, so this is the thing with Man United and Rasmus Højlund and everything, is that Man United, and I totally get why people are making this, because it's an easy comparison. Man United have been rubbish with transfers. We can say that less than 50% of our transfers have worked post-Fergie, right?
Even less, yeah.
Exactly, even less. I would be being generous.
Yeah.
But even less than 50%. So the fact that people see Man United even spending more money, they're just like, oh, God, like, they feel like we have to spend no money so that it works out for them, right? But this is the thing with Man United.
Jim Ratcliffe's a liar, by the way.
No, he's not.
It's smart.
It's smart.
We've got no money. But you're a publicly listed company. Like, that is gonna affect stocks. We're so broke.
So this is the thing. Man United, have really this summer transfer window tried to change the optics. Like, we still have money. We've tried to change the optics, and this has been a thing since January, because I remember there was a tweet by a journalist who I will not name, but he said, including sales, Man United will have 125 million to spend in summer, and I laughed my head off. And this was before the Europa League. And the reason I laughed my head off is because for the past how many years, regardless of whichever manager, we spend over 100 mil on maybe 2 players, tops. Like Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, that's over 100 mil. That's 2 players.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that since, what, 2018,
Yeah.
2019. So I was like, 120, I was like, regardless, just wait till summer. Every manager gets at least 200 mil.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried with the whole we're broke situation. But the thing is with Man United is that fans are optimistic because there's some logic to our signings now. Back in the day, there was no logic to our signings. It was names. Let's just throw money at this brother. Let's just go and get Ibrahimovic because we can. But now there's some logic to it. Now it's like, oh, Matheus Cunha, you know what? That was a quick one. Let's get him in early. That we all know. We've seen him in the Premier League for the past 2 seasons. Now he's good. Brian Mbeumo as well. We've seen him. We all thought he was going to be Salah's replacement. Oh, he's ended up at United as well. Now, Benjamin Šeško. Now, the thing is with Benjamin Šeško is that when Arsenal were going to get him, no one was going to call him Rasmus Højlund. He was going to be more of a project signing. He will be probably good for Arsenal, or he might not be the man. Who knows? But if Benjamin Šeško went to another club in Europe, everyone's like, okay, he's finally got his big move. Because we've all known Benjamin, like, I knew you, what, 2021, 22, yeah, I don't know. 21. We knew who Benjamin Šeško was then.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what the hell Rasmus Winter Højlund was doing in 2021. And that's not down to him, but do you see the difference? Like, this is now us signing someone we've been scouting for how many years? And now what's going to be annoying for some people, and I'm not going to put my hat out just and say this yet because we've not kicked a minute of Premier League football this season, but Man United are starting to make better decisions. And even though we're still spending money, Man United are starting to make better decisions. And there's some people that see it, and there's some people that just don't want to see it. And you can wait until it happens on the pitch, and then you're like, you know what? For those people, are going to be like, how did Man United suddenly become good again? But then you're thinking like all these decisions we've been making behind the scenes, behind this, behind that, getting footballing people in, and then you think, it's not going to take as long as I once expected because Man United have the money to throw at our problems. I know money's become like a massive issue with like getting rid of jobs and getting rid of... But if we weren't getting rid of jobs, you don't think we were going to spend how much to make the... Like, Bruno Fernandes said it. As the team, we have to look at people losing their jobs and put that responsibility on us. So do you not think like the club would not try to put that responsibility on the first team as well? So the fact that we scored 44 goals last season, of course we go spend 200 mil on a new front three. Like, we just have to. We have to. We're Man United. And it's not like I know we finished 15th. I know, and it sucks, and I try not to think about it every day, but it happens. But we're not just a Premier League club that finished 15th. We're a massive club that finished 15th. So if you have a normal club that finished 15th and that goes to 3rd or 12th or wherever they want to end up in the next 20 years, or you have a massive club that's fallen down, the massive club that still has the infrastructure and money and start to change everything around them is going to go up quickly than the thing. Now, I don't know where we're going to go up, and I don't know how quick it's going to come, but it's the same way how the Lakers can go rubbish, and then suddenly they can just go like that. Instead of me like a Brooklyn Nets that we've been rubbish for... Do you know what I mean? Like, it's easier for bigger franchise to go up quickly. So don't be surprised if Man United are starting to make good... Like, I know it's so easy to be like, Šeško, he's unproven. 15 Premier League goals. But if Šeško went to anywhere... If Šeško went to Newcastle, that's a sick ISAK replacement.
Yeah.
And Newcastle are a better team than Man United, and they've been a better team than Man United, but now because he's going to Man United, it might not work. But I get it because we have to change the narrative, and that's what Jim Ratcliffe's doing. We're broke, we ain't broke. We've never been broke in summer. We've been broke in January. That's fine. Most clubs are broke in January, unless you man and Liverpool are the only niggas to spend like over 100 mil in January. Yeah. Premier League clubs don't spend. Now City, Man United have never done that. Most we've done in January is like Bruno. Yeah, that's it. So of course we're not broke. Like when people thought we were broke, we have to make. Well, of course we still want to sell, and we still will sell because you will Monzo us that nacho piece. But do you know what I mean? Like, we're not broke, man. We're not broke.
Okay, all right. I hear it.
You hear it.
I hear it.
You hear it.
I hear it because I was listening. But I don't know. I'm not.
I don't expect you to be sold because you've not played.
Taking it in.
Yeah, and you don't have to because we've not played a single minute of Premier League football.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. But I'm being like that nigga that in 2009 I was just like, just buy $1 of Bitcoin. But because I'm a fan and I see the changes we're making and I see, you know what, United are starting to make actual decisions before they throw money at things. So the fact that we're doing that, that's all I wanted. But the fact that Man United are trying to do that now, it should, I'm not saying it will, should come to fruition come whenever the Premier League starts next week.
Who plays in midfield?
Well, hurry up and send me them nacho peas and then I'll tell you.
Who plays in midfield?
So this is the thing. And as I said, it's not over yet.
Bruno next to who?
It's probably going to be Bruno Ngate against Arsenal. It's going to make me sick.
That against Zubimendi, Odegaard, and Declan Rice.
Yeah, we'll see. And don't get it twisted. We'll see. Listen, we've got 38 finals next season. We could play 40 games. It's not like we have to manage on all fronts. And if I'm being realistic, for Man United, if they look at their first team now, if they're going to sign a midfielder, we're probably going to have to get rid of one.
Who?
Exactly.
Kobe.
No. It will put, out of them, it will be...
I'll take a cheeky Kobe.
Yeah, of course you would. But no. I don't know who it's going to be, but because we have a small squad, we don't need a different squad for the Carabao Cup. We don't need a different squad for the FA Cup.
Yeah, I just looking at your midfield and I don't understand how it works. Because this is why I don't understand how it works, right? He has shown a disdain for midfields over his time as a manager. Not disdain, but he doesn't almost see them as a vital part of his team.
No, that's not true. I think it's
not as vital as...
It's the build-up. The build-up just goes from the wing-backs and the centre-backs.
Okay, cool. And he's insistent on keeping Bruno Fernandes. Reports suggested that there was 100 mil on the table from Saudi.
Yeah.
And your manager said, no, we need to keep Bruno. Bruno said, no, I'll stay at the football club. I said, okay, cool. Man United making good decisions. I don't think so. That's the bad decision.
That's a bad decision.
A bad financial. But whatever, because Bruno Fernandes is giving you numbers, whatever. There's an attachment to him as your captain. But he doesn't work in the system, man. He doesn't work in the system as a deep midfielder. He works in the system playing either the Mbuemo or the Cunha role, but he doesn't work in the system as a midfielder. It worked at points last season, but you man was shit last season, so that it didn't work. This season, you put him next to Manuel Garcia, who can't play football. I'm so sorry, Tony. That midfield don't work. And who do you go and get? And if you go and get that person, do they also play alongside Bruno? Because I think that Ruben Amorim might be happy with having someone next to Ugarte in that midfield as opposed to Bruno.
No. I think Ugarte lost his team. The fact that he didn't touch the pitch in the Europa League final.
Yeah.
I think he lost his place when it comes to Ruben Amorim. The thing is with the Bruno situation, and I hate it, bro, because
doesn't work,
what would you say? If you had to pick out your head, I know you didn't watch that many Man United games, or you did, but you can't remember.
I watched.
But would you remember what was one of the better performances? Even though, okay, I'll
give you one. Go.
Liverpool away, right? What about better performances in which we didn't win? But that game, Man United, the draw, Anfield, the 2-2 draw, right? Bruno played centre mid that game, and he hooped, and I hated it. We should have won that game, and he hooped, and so that's why he tries to play him there. It's not sustainable, and I don't want to play him there. However, if that's what's going to happen, if we play Cunha and Mbuemo as our 10s, we have to get someone in that Ugarte role.
Yeah.
So I thought, listen, and the thing is, we've not been linked. I'm not going to come out here and say that we should get a midfielder. I'm not going to come out here and give a name because we have not been linked with any midfielder.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you don't know, but what Man United fans have done, which I think is nasty, by the way, is that we've just automatically linked ourselves with Belieber. You know Carlos Belieber from Brighton, right? Because he's the ideal, that's the type of profile we're looking. So much so that even Rio Ferdinand was talking about it on his podcast now. Yeah. And because there's been no links whatsoever. There's been no price, there's been no Man United, we're not linked with him. But that's just social media, right? So that's who Man United fans want. We want that type of midfielder. Who we're linked with, I don't know, because this is the thing. The only thing I'm very sceptical about as of right now is that Man United have done this before where we've made this signing, okay, good. We've made this signing, good. And then the key signing that can change our lives.
Which is normally a midfielder.
We always get it wrong.
You went and got Mason Mount a couple of years ago.
We went and got Christian Eriksen. We went and got Casemiro. Like, we always get it wrong.
You went and got Fred.
We went and got... We always get it wrong. We've been trying
Matic.
We've been we always get it wrong.
You haven't had that bro.
Brother, we've not got it right since Michael Carrick.
Yeah, that's our heritage position, by the way. Like maybe they play slightly different to how your deep line midfielders play, but like that midfielder linchpin anchor in midfield, that's our heritage. That's Chelsea's heritage position.
We were blessed in the sense that we got that through our academy.
Yeah,
and then we signed a brother. And then we got that through our academy again, let him go, and then signed him back again.
Wait, who?
Pogba.
Oh, yeah.
And then we tried to sign a brother, and then we've got that through our academy again with Kobe. Like, we somehow just get centre mids.
I don't know what's going to happen with Kobe, man.
You just don't want him to succeed in Man United.
Oh, bro. No. But listen to just listen to me.
You know?
like it's not that I don't want us to succeed, but Ruben Amorim clearly through his actions that you've kind of enlightened me. Like you said, the guy not starting the Europa League final means it's kind of done. I agree with that sentiment. You're not starting the Europa League final that you need to win. You're kind of done at a football club. But then you also brought up the fact that Bruno Fernandes started against Liverpool deep in the league. Like, that's where he wants to play him. Kobe next to Bruno doesn't work.
Well, Kobe came on for Mason Mount that game 10 minutes into the game.
Cool, but Kobe next to Bruno in the midfield doesn't work.
No, they didn't play together.
Yeah, but that's what so if Bruno's going to start the majority of games for Manchester United in midfield, bear in mind it's 38 games, so not that much rotation. That's
So this is the thing.
So if
it
Bruno,
now looks like Kobe won't start week in, week out.
which is insane. Do you know that's what I was trying to get to basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kobe Mainoo not starting week in, week out in the Premier League. People think, and I think Adam Wharton's cold by the way, but people forget what Kobe Mainoo is.
Yeah, and people think Adam Wharton's
and I think Kobe Mainoo at this age, how good he is, not starting week in, week out is not a good thing, man.
But yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Like,
and you know me, I'm a Kobe stan.
Kobe should be starting.
Yes, I agree.
For Man United, Kobe should be starting for a team in the top 4.
Yes, I agree. But, do you think it's...
They're saying Clarence Seedorf, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. So, but do you think it's the worst case scenario if he doesn't start week in, week out? Like, if he plays significant minutes, but he doesn't start week in, week out at the age of... He's only just turned 20 years old. If he doesn't start week in, week out at the age of 20.
Bro.
Like, do you think... No, just hear me out. For any, like... Do you think that will be a massive detriment to his career?
100%,
Really?
100%. Because look what Jude Bellingham achieved by the age of 21.
Yeah, but...
Because he started week in, week out.
Yes.
Look what Kobe was doing last year. Bro, he started for England. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I agree.
You start for England in the final Euros, you should start for your club week in, week out.
This is the thing.
What are we talking about?
Low-key, we all want Kobe and Belieber to play together if Belieber was ever hard. But that's the thing. Hey, Kobe and... If it was up to me, we have a solution at home with Kobe and Sekou. Remember, I never say Bruno. Like, Bruno's going to... And remember, he's 30. He's going to come out of the team eventually.
30 is no age at all, though, bro.
No, I know. But Bruno has played a lot of minutes.
Why are you laughing, Zach? You're going to get 30. When you turn 30, I'll be there.
30, we'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there, bro. Don't worry. When you turn 30, Zach, I'll be there. You remember this. No, but okay. And I get it. But I'm just...
You're just trying to... No, I get what you're saying, though. I'm
just looking at it objectively. Like, if you're being complete objective...
Yeah, why isn't Kobe Mainoo starting?
What's going to happen? It's like, okay, cool. So it's going to be Cunha on one side. It's going to be Mbeumo on the other side. It's going to be Sesko up top. It's going to be Bruno definitely starting because you turned down 100 mil for him, so he has to start. And it's not going to be Kobe next to him, if you're being honest.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing the math. And it's not like it's a 50-game season for you lot. It could be a 40-game season for you. I'm like... For one of the best midfield talents I've seen in a long, long time.
In the World Cup year as well.
In the World Cup year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not going to leave. You're not going to sell him. It's just not going to happen. I just think to answer your question, it is detrimental to his growth. Because if Kobe Mainoo doesn't go to this next World Cup, that's crazy. Bro, I'll go and ask random football fans what they think of Kobe Mainoo. The change of perception is mad,
from
bro.
The kid
from what,
we saw.
And this bit part role at Man United, I don't think helps the PR for Kobe Mainoo. That's me as a Ghanaian, that's just me being selfish.
Yeah, no, I totally
just
agree.
observing.
And brother, I agree with you, but unfortunately we kept Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
So unless maybe one of Cunha and Mbeumo that start, but we both spent 60 million on them, so how can we do that?
That's what I think.
Yeah. I agree.
And I get it's a lot of money, right? But Cunha or Mbeumo off the bench and Bruno starting, that doesn't sound like the word.
Hey, if Cunha comes off the bench, he'll rip a nigga's glasses. He'll rip Ratcliffe's glasses off. He'll snatch that nigga Chamberlain.
So maybe, he's got number 10 shirt as well. So maybe some Mbeumo. Yeah. Maybe some Mbeumo. Tell Kinder Mbeumo to tell him, bro. He didn't look.
I saw someone said Sesko offender black.
Oh my god, Sesko offender.
Yeah, bro, that was insane. That was insane.
Sesko offender. He better start scoring goals. I'm using that one. Sesko offender's coming back. But yeah, like Bruno in the front three, and then Mbeumo off the bench. Sounds like a great squad to me. Like, to me anyway. And then figure out what you do in midfield, Kobe next to whoever.
Yeah, no.
Because the Bruno midfield doesn't make sense to me anyway. And Bruno,
it doesn't.
And then having one of those players, Bruno can't come off the bench, and neither can Cunha really. So it would have to be Mbeumo, who said to come to Man United for he was happy to come anyway. Do you know what I mean? He's happy to be there.
Happy to be there, yeah. And it's great. It's so crazy for me to say whole bench for Mbeumo, because I don't think any United fan will say, will you bench Mbeumo to start Kobe Mainoo right now?
I would.
But then when you explain to them the conundrum, maybe some might say yes and others will still say no. But yeah, it's a conundrum we have, and it's a midfield issue. United's midfield's always been an issue. So that's why I'm not ready. I might come on a couple more pods later, and once we sign the midfielder, or if we sign a midfielder,
Then start to...
and then I'll be like 38 finals, I'll make it a thing if I have to. But like as I said, this is the signing we always get wrong. So I am, and even though like I trust Ineos, they've only signed one midfielder so far, and that was Manu Ugarte. So I do just wonder I hope they just identify the right profile we need.
Yeah.
And it won't be a profile that should be playing next to Bruno.
Yeah.
We should sign this player as in Kobe's going to be here. Who can play next to Kobe?
Yeah.
That's what we should
That's what I think you should do.
That's
as well.
what we should do.
Because I think it's so easy to forget how good Kobe Mainoo is.
Yeah.
And like when he's from the area and he plays in midfield, and if he's from the area and he's good enough to play centre midfield for your team, bro, you get a Scholes, you get a Gerrard, you get some...
You build a team around them.
Like, it's all well and good them being like an Ashley Cole or flipping, what's his name, Lewis Skelly, like they're a fullback. Yeah, cool. You come to the team as a fullback, you're a
just
fullback.
slot in, innit?
You slot in.
But he's the heart of the team, bro.
This is the heart of the team,
Yeah,
starting for
man.
England in midfield.
Wilshere, bro. Arsenal fans love Wilshere, bro. And he ain't even from North
imagine
London.
having someone from your area...
Yeah.
Like of the area of your team,
In the heart of the
team. Like it don't get better than that.
It doesn't.
So yeah, figure out a way to do that with Kobe Mainoo. But bro, like you said to start this thing off, is it's one of the most exciting Premier League seasons we've had in a while. What I will say is that I'm not saying that we're going back to an established top four because we know how quickly these things change. But I think that if you were to poll it with most objective football fans, they'd have the same top four just in different order. Like, I think that
yes,
this is
right
the
now,
first season we're going into in a while where it's like, yo, that's the top four.
Yeah, everyone's top four is just going to be different orders. But that's the top four.
That's the top four.
That top four could be whatever.
And that I'm sure that probably will change. Like, Chelsea might not be as good as I expect them to be, or Arsenal might take it even further step back, or we might see a collapse from City. But yeah, but we'll see. And I think it's going to be a 16. Real quick one. We've got I think 10 minutes left. GYOKERES to Arsenal. Swede, gunman. ISAK to Liverpool's not done yet, but Swede, gunman. And we had a conversation earlier on the TalkSport about who's going to score more goals. And I said I think GYOKERES scores more goals in the league that season than ISAK. To that you say what?
Whoa. No way. No way. No way. And the reason I say no way is not because I don't think Victor GYOKERES is a good footballer, but ISAK has given me 20 and 20.
Okay. And I
No. Did he gave me 20 something last season?
Yeah.
And the season before that.
20. Like, give us
okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't think GYOKERES comes in and scores 20 goals in his first.
Well, this is it. I'm not talking about where GYOKERES gets to. I'm talking about where ISAK regresses to. ISAK don't get 20 league goals next season.
Well, this
because he doesn't take penalties.
Yeah.
And like, he got to 24.
Oh, is this if he's at Liverpool?
Is at Liverpool?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
At Liverpool.
Okay. No, I feel like ISAK could get to 15 to 20 next season.
It's tough, bro. He got to like 20
because he has to take goals off Salah now. Salah has to, and remember, Salah don't really, even though Salah assists and he could have beaten the assist record.
He only assists.
He don't assist like that. Like he assists if he has to.
He has to.
People call him selfish, which again, I don't know how a man that can go for the assist record be regarded as selfish. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has to take goals off Salah.
They're sharing those goals, man.
Yeah,
they're sharing those goals.
Whereas he's not taking pens.
No, bro, he's a way better penalty taker than Salah, but he's not taking pens.
Yeah,
because that's like that. He's just not. And
I still don't think GYOKERES outscores ISAK though.
Well, GYOKERES needs to go and sit down and talk to Bukayo. He said, "Bukayo, come here. I understand that you want to get your numbers too, but I need the pens." And you could have that conversation. I've seen Saka give it on to Havertz. I've seen Saka give it to Odegaard.
Yeah, true. And Saka's a nice person.
Saka's a nice person. Yeah. GYOKERES needs to have that conversation because I was going through the top four teams, yeah? And bear in mind, Haaland didn't take a penalty in the FA Cup final, their biggest game of the season. He gave it to Marmoush.
Yes, he did.
And Marmoush missed. Right now, I'm saying that Haaland's not Man City's penalty taker. I'm saying that right now, Salah is Liverpool's penalty taker, Saka is Arsenal's penalty taker, and Cole Palmer is Chelsea's penalty taker. The top four teams, even extended to Man United's penalty taker is Bruno Fernandes. The top four teams, or the biggest teams in the country, their strikers are not their penalty takers. Bro, like, you want to talk about make strikers great again.
This is why the striker market looks ass.
Bro, because these guys are leaving 5 or 6 goals on the table. Like, if Nicholas Jackson took penalty for Chelsea in his first season, he would have got to...
20 Premier League goals. And been a completely different story.
different conversation, bro.
Yeah.
A different conversation. And so we're looking at these strikers and like, oh, bro, if Watkins took penalties for Aston Villa, he would have got 20 the last two seasons. Like, these strikers, whoever you are, figure it out.
And start taking penalties.
Bro, Sesko, I know you're not going to be able to take him off Bruno Fernandes, but it would help.
It would help.
It would
See,
help.
this is the thing. For the better of the team, and the Bruno's, it would help.
It would help.
That our young striker get confident. It would help.
It would help.
But
because if Rasmus Højlund took penalties in his first season, yeah, we got 10 league goals and 5 Champions League goals. Bro, all of a sudden it's looking like a good season, bro. It's looking like oh my God, he's actually one of the best strikers in the world. In his first season, bro, that's like 15 league goals and like what, 7 in the Champions League group stage.
it's true.
Like, to make these strikers great again, man. Jump on pens.
Jump on pens.
Jump on pens. Jump on pens. For
So
sure.
this thing, GYOKERES is not gonna. I still don't think ISAK. I still don't think GYOKERES outscores ISAK though.
I think so.
Yeah, because I feel like, let's say, okay, if GYOKERES gets pens, then yes, he might. But if he doesn't, I'm so sorry. Because I feel like Arteta might would just be like, boys, handle that with me.
Yeah.
Or if I could be like, no, you man just can't come in.
Which I would understand, man.
I understand.
Yeah,
man.
everyone needs to eat.
So Noni and it was you man that were beefing over penalties.
Yeah, Jackson and Noni.
Exactly.
And Cole Palmer just stood there
and just took it.
Yeah, took it. Aura.
and that's what it is. So yeah, unless strikers are gonna start nicking pens.
Right, them niggas are not even at the club no more. Noni's gone to Arsenal and Nico is soon to be gone as well, man.
Yeah, he probably might go Newcastle.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, should we talk about
let's quickly talk about the NFL.
NFL.
So I feel like, again, what we have every year in the NFL, even though it's not as open as it once was, but every year every team can make a shout for not only the playoffs but the Lombardi at the end of it. And I'm gonna ask you, obviously there's preseason coming out and we'll quickly talk about Shedeur, but going into teams, and you're a Cowboys fan right now, what is your season looking like? Obviously with Micah requesting a trade, you've traded for George Pickens, you've got Dak, you're probably one of only 3 or 4 teams that can say you have 2 number 1 receivers.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys, Washington, if Debo and Terry still there.
Yeah, if Terry's still there.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
Who else? And the Bengals.
Well, you know what the interesting thing is? 2 of those teams you named are in our division. So that tells you how our season's gonna go. like
that's true. The NFC East,
like
it repeats itself.
Unfortunately,
whose turn is it this year? Washington.
It's
Washington's turn this year.
But like,
what are the odds?
But you even look at the Giants, and they've got like a good offensive line, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but Russell Wilson's their quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I look at our team, I look at the way it's going, look how sour it's going with Micah, I look at the noises coming out the camp, and yeah, like normally as a Cowboys fan, you know how we get. Like, yeah. Nah, not at all. I'm not feeling that at all. Like when I talk to people who don't know I'm an NFL fan, like, oh, what team do you support? I'm like, Cowboys. Like for the first time, I'm just feeling like, nah. I can't say what I was just about to say, but we need a lot for this franchise to turn around. We need a lot for this franchise to turn around.
We need a Luigi Maggioni or whatever that nigga name is, man. That's it, yo, Luigi, my guy.
Oh, bro, we need a lot for this franchise to turn around. And like, obviously, I weren't around in the '90s, bro. I didn't support the Cowboys in the '90s, so it's only so easy you can tell me about Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin that I could dine out on, bro. I need to see it myself.
Yeah,
I need to win 2 playoff games in the season, bro. Like, I need it, and I've never had it. Like, for a franchise that's so, and you confused with Man United, but it's only been 12 years, right? Like, bro, like the Cowboys, for the whole time I've just liked NFL, have been shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, not even just shit, like, but they'll tease you, right? They'll be good.
Because they're American team and the hype. Bro, you have to hear about
Dak's
them.
first year, it's like, yeah, but he played so well against Aaron Rodgers in the first, but we still lost, man. We still lost. Like Mason Crosby scores 2 field goals. Like, we still.
Gosh, I remember that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that was insane.
Bro, we still lost.
That game.
Like the one where it's like, but it was a catch, but we still lost. Like, bro, we still, like, we just lose. We just lose, bro. And like, you asked me about Micah deal gets done. The Micah deal definitely gets done because we've got a history of doing this, right? Like, Dak signed his contract late, CD signed his contract late. It's just what we do to build up the noise, to build up the drama. Who's everyone talking about in this offseason? Cowboys, because it's always the Cowboys. But it's not beneficial for the best player in your team and everyone else who got drafted in his draft has got their contract extension. He's probably looking at Trevor Lawrence's contract extension and be like, y'all's in the same draft as you. You're getting paid how much?
That's true. Trevor Lawrence got paid.
Bro, long time ago, bro. Like, why has this nigga not got paid and you probably get a discount now because he probably worth a lot more? Bro, we are such a terrible franchise that it's going to be a long, difficult season, bro. Like, yeah, we've got good receivers. Yeah, I still like Dak. Yeah, Michael will probably still sign. But, like, bro, our coach is sitting there in the fucking presser with his hat, he's wearing a visor backwards and wearing sunglasses. I said, brother, like, please, this is serious, bro. Like, this is serious. Like, you can't have the Bank of America logo behind you and our Cowboy star next to you and you wear your cap back. I'm sorry, I'm not one of them niggas that's like, you got to dress a certain time. But come on, man. like, come on.
Have some decorum.
Have some decorum, man. So, yeah, that's me with the Cowboys. What about you with your Broncos? What are you saying?
I'm optimistic.
Yeah, of course.
There's a quote where Sean Payton came out in training camp the other day and he said, I've had 6 or 7, I've had teams that I thought could go on to do it all. And he said those teams have either done it, they've either made a championship game or they've either made the playoffs.
Yeah.
I've had 6 of those teams. So obviously those are his Saints and whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them has, and majority of them made the playoffs and a couple of them made the championship game. But, whatever. And he said, this is my 7th. So I said, hey, like, do you know what? We should make the playoffs. Whether we make a championship game, to be seen. Whether we win the Lombardi, of course, whatever. But
as a wild card, though, do you think you can win this division?
So this is the thing.
Tell me truthfully.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you truthfully. The target is to win the division within the Broncos. That's our target. Our target is to win the division.
All right, Patrick Mahomes, listen to this.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes the second is in our division too. And the Chiefs are in our division. And whether you like it or not, the Chiefs lost 1 game last year. No, 2. Again, that was week 18 against us. And that wasn't even their reserves. They just got niggas from St. Louis to play in that team. So I honestly don't think we win the division because winning the division is difficult when you have a team like the Chiefs. Winning divisions is easy. You can be 10-7 and win the division, right? But when you have a team like the Chiefs who don't usually lose to other teams, they can lose divisional games, but they don't usually lose to other teams. So you have to win 14, 15 games to probably win your division. So that's just unrealistic. And then if we win 14, 15 games, if you win the division, you might as well go... if you win the AFC West, you might as well believe
yeah, of course.
you can go and win the Super Bowl.
Of course, especially if you get first round bye.
Exactly. So that's why... So this is why our target, I think the team's target is to try and go for a Super Bowl. Well, we're not going to say that because we've only just made the playoffs for the first time in over practically 10 years. But our nice little target is, let's win the division. But if you win the AFC West, you practically should go and win it. Our defense has got much better. I'm really excited to see our defense. Bo Nix has been looking good in training camp. And we've added J.K. Dobbins, Evan Ingram, a couple more receivers, Pat Bryant, R.J. Harvey in the backfield. So, like, our offense will look better. We'll have a run game. We should have a better defense. It's just whether we can stop the run, and that's it, really. That's my main concern, stop the run. And if Bo Nix doesn't have a second-year slump. Other than that, I think we're good to go because I think we have the best defense, if not one of the best defenses in the league, and defense can win championships. So
yeah, no, I don't hate it. You got a good defense, and you got an offensive-minded coach. That's good. That's a good recipe.
It's a good recipe.
Yeah.
But quickly before we go into pre-season, Zach, your boy Shedeur is starting. Who they got? Who the Browns got?
I don't know.
The Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers. Okay, so they've got the Panthers in his. And Zach, you said you were surprised because.
Nah, don't say he was surprised. Zach was crying, bro. We walked into here and Zach was like, "Oh my god, they're setting my boy up. They're like setting him up. They're setting him up to fail." So Zach, like, speak loud, bro. Like, what's the issue? What's the problem?
So, he throughout all of training camp.
He being Shedeur,
has been getting 4th team reps, 3rd team reps. Recently, I'd say last week and a half, maybe 2, he's got 2nd team reps. And only recently has he touched 1st team reps. They released the depth chart.
The unofficial depth chart.
Unofficial, with him being the 4th string. Now, we get reported factually that he's going to be the starting quarterback for the preseason game.
Yes.
That looked spooky to me. A guy that hasn't got first team reps, hasn't got reps of the guys he's thrown the ball to, hasn't built them connections, but they're making him start as a fourth string. I don't like it.
Okay, but I hear that.
No, I totally get why you don't like it, but you've got to remember is that this is a first round talent that has been regarded as a fifth round talent. So the reason he was getting those reps with those teams is because he got drafted in the fifth round. Mm-hmm. Even though he never should have got drafted by the fifth round. Yeah. And the reason he got drafted for the fifth round was nothing to do with his talent, because we've seen during training camp, we've seen the numbers he's been putting up. We've been seeing people raving about him. So the fact that he's starting is that because at the end of the day, ball don't lie. So when everyone's there watching training camp and you're seeing him making all these reps, not even making all these reps, I don't think he's not been getting any interceptions, which is good as well, especially in the red zone as well. That's the one thing I will say. Is that
we don't know the nature of the drills, though. We're just seeing the numbers.
No, we don't, but we're seeing. So the fact that he's.
We don't know if he. Yeah.
So the fact. No, but this is the first round talent.
Yeah.
So he was always going to play preseason. It's just that, like, the Browns have only set him up in a sense that they haven't just given him first team reps as a first team talent, but that's because at the end of the day they drafted him in the fifth round. They didn't want to draft him. They didn't until the owner got involved.
So you're saying,
but then when he's there with his talent, showing what he can do, they're like, oh crap, like we kind of have to.
You're saying they're seeing him, they're saying, we have to play him.
Yeah, bro, because ball don't lie, bro.
Okay, so
they're actually not treating him like a fifth round. They're treating him,
no, they've treated him like a fifth round. Hence why he's fourth in the unofficial.
But the two quarterbacks ahead. Okay, take Flacco out of this. Flacco's not starting the preseason game. He's 40.
Yeah,
like so he's getting first team reps that you'd like Shedeur to get. But like we all know that Flacco's QB1 come the first game of the season, but he's not playing preseason. And then the two other quarterbacks ahead of him, one's injured. Kenny Pickett and
Dylan Gabriel.
And Dylan Gabriel's ass. So like if you were to say like they were getting a start over Shedeur in his first game, you'd be here complaining saying that why Shedeur not starting is clearly wiping the floor of these niggas in training.
Exactly.
And so like I just think that it's an opportunity, and when opportunity comes knocking, man, you got to take it. I know circumstances aren't ideal. I know you would have loved him to have first team reps. He hasn't had that. But the NFL's not ideal, bro. When you see when Tom Brady came in and Drew Bledsoe got injured, like it was just take your moment. Dak had the same thing, bro, and it was a bit different because he had more first team reps. But that, like Tony Romo got injured in the 2016 preseason.
Yeah.
That comes in and bear in mind, Romo's Jerry's boy, but ball don't lie. If Shedeur goes and balls out, it doesn't matter what anybody says, what the GM says, we've all got eyes and we can all see it. And if Shedeur balls out, there's a conversation now about him starting week 1, which he wouldn't have had if he didn't start.
Exactly.
So, like, take the opportunity, bro, because, like, I know it's unfair. He should have been the first round pick. He wasn't. He was a fifth round pick that is now starting the first preseason game. You don't get that unless you got some juice.
You know what I mean? You don't get that unless you're not showing people what you're capable of.
Yeah, man. Like
ball don't lie, bro.
Yeah, man. I know. You know what I love, Zach?
I just got weird.
Nah, you're a conspiracy.
You are a conspiracy theorist.
You're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, a conspiracy theorist. You man don't want to hear some of Zach's conspiracies.
Yeah, bro. One, you're a conspiracy theorist, and two, you just want the best scenario for him. But unfortunately, he's not been handled the best.
But you know what? I love
but he's making the most of it.
But that's his nigga. That's his guy.
No,
and so,
bro, Shedeur's my guy too. So I know for a fact.
Yeah.
I know for a fact Shedeur is going to be well in the preseason because he's clearly like. The reason he got drafted in the fifth round is not to do with his talent of playing football. Yeah. And now all he has to do is just play football. So the fact that now he's going to do that, he's going to look fine and he's going to look good and everyone's going to be like, oh, so why did you draft him in the fifth round? And then it's all going to come out as to why they did not want to draft this nigger in the fifth round. Because it wasn't like QB's got... Do you know how many QBs got taken over him?
Yeah. So yeah.
The team that drafted him drafted a QB.
Yeah.
So the fact that they didn't want him, so that's the fact that... There's reasons why GMs and teams didn't want him. But now he's going to be playing. And then when the talent is like, oh, he's good enough to play. Why didn't you want him? Then it will come out.
Yeah, man. Situations are never ideal, right? Look at the troubles Trey Lance is having right now. The niggas at the Chargers. And Trey Lance was supposed to be this generational quarterback, right? That could do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And like...
They traded how many picks?
Bro, he went in the first round. And he's on his own path. So bear in mind, this nigga got drafted in the fifth round. Yeah. Like... Shedeur, he's in the best position we could have hoped for based on those circumstances that we were dealt with. So I understand the GMs might be out there to sabotage him because he wasn't their guy and it was the owner's guy.
I don't even think this is sabotage, bro.
But this is talent. This is talent. Bro, he's going to play half a game. We're going to see. We're going to see. And we're going to be locked in.
I like what you're both saying. I need to move more like how Tony's seen.
Yeah.
It's talent,
No,
bro.
it's that guy.
There's that guy, so let him be. Yeah, shouldn't be, bro. It shouldn't be an issue. But what? Yeah, but what I don't want to hear, though, is that if he flops and he doesn't play well, I don't want to hear it was because he wasn't playing. He hadn't had reps with first team guys.
So you're saying I can't even breathe that. There's no excuse.
No,
you're allowed to.
I can't sit here and say he got 1 week of first team reps. That's why he was out of sync with them. I can't say that.
You're allowed to say that.
No, you're allowed to say that for a bit, but that can't be the sole reason.
But am I allowed to?
You're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
But you're the man who are telling me that when he puts the cape on, he can do anything.
He can.
So do it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, listen, that's another episode of RNS. We are back ahead of the season. Like, share, subscribe. All of that. Press the button. Or was it press the button? No, press the bell for the notifications so you can see it for them subscribers. In now your head top. I don't know what else to say. You got anything else to say?
Nah, man, we're back.
We're back.
The season's coming back.
Season's coming, bro. NFL season, NBA season, Women's League, everything. We'll do it.
We
African League, we'll do it all.
We'll do everything. And wrestling as well.
Wrestling as well. Everything, we do it. Formula 1, we do it.
Lock in.